Welcome back everybody. Today is Wednesday, September the 9th. Hopefully you've had a chance to watch this first video. If you haven't, you need to go back and take notes on it. It goes over how to convert decimals to fractions. And you're currently watching this second video. Once you're done watching this second video, you're going to go back into Schoology and scroll up to the top and click on My Document. It's going to open up your assignment for today. Now your assignment's going to look different than mine. You can take notes if you'd like, but it is going to be different than mine. So you're going to get this window, and I'm going to click Edit to open it up to the full page. So it's going to look like this now. Okay, so for this assignment it says practice decimal to fraction equivalencies. Complete each step of the conversion process and turn these decimals into their equivalent simplified fraction. So step one is, how do you say this? Okay, so I'm going to get to a page where I can write on. So it's going to look like this. So to figure out how to say this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out my decimal. So I have 0.25, and like I showed y'all on the notes, you circle the whole number, and then underneath the decimal, I put a fraction bar. I'm going to put a 1 under the decimal, and a 0 under each digit. So this is 25 hundredths. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my assignment, and I'm going to type in 25 hundredths. Alright, so now I have 25 hundredths. It says, write as a fraction what you wrote. So I'm going to do 25 over 100. Okay, now it says simplify your fraction if possible. So I'm going to go back to the screen where I can write on. Okay, so looking at this. When I'm looking at this, I notice that my fraction, both numbers, end in a 5 and a 0. So that means it's divisible by 5. Okay, so I'm going to divide both of these by 5. 5 goes into 5 times, and 5 goes into 100 20 times. It ends in a 5 and a 0 again, so I can simplify it even more. So I'm going to divide by 5 again, and 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 20 4 times. So my final answer is 1/4. So I'm going to go back to my assignment, and I am going to type in 1/4 for my final answer. Okay, now looking at the second one, I have 6.05, so I'm going to get to where I can write again. So I have 6.05, so I'm going to circle the whole number, put a star next to it because it's important. Then I'm going to put a fraction under the decimal, put a 1 under the decimal, and a 0 for each digit I see. So this is 6 5 hundredths. Okay, so I'm going to go back into my assignment. I'm going to type that in here. So I have 6 5 hundredths. Alright, and then I am going to write as a fraction what I wrote. So I'm going to have 6 as my whole number, and then I have 5 hundredths right there. Okay, now it says simplify your fraction if possible. So here I still have 6 as my whole number because we can't simplify a whole number. So looking at 5 over 100, I can divide my numerator and denominator both by 5. So 5 goes into 5 once, and 5 goes into 100 20 times. So my fraction is 1/20. So I'm going to go back. I already have my whole number, and then I'm going to put 1 over, and if that pops up, you can just press exit, 20. Alright, I'm going to stretch the screen out a little bit. There we go. 6 1/20. Hopefully this is making sense, so now you need to go back and do this assignment. Once again, it has different values for you.